Sure, Rito. I'm just getting things set up anyway for now. But welcome. Yeah, I know, scene man. I'm trying to first set a few things up, checking a few things. Boring stuff. Wait, you almost 2,000 euro? Jesus. That's a lot. That's way above my budget, man. You know what? It's time anyway. This thing is complete in 1 minute, then I can send it on a new one. So let's turn on the stream. There we go. Sound like this. No, apply. Yes. I was trying to wait until this guy has finished doing his job. 1 minute to go. And I was checking some of my crafting things because I still have a lot of crafting to do. Yeah, that's expensive, Rito. Man. Come on, summoning bell. Oh, it's sold. Oh, it's the good one that sold. Nice. Nice. Nicer. Okay, confirm, yes. Is there anything else I can send you? Fluorite, sulfine. Can I send you on limestone? Ah, crap, no. Fluorite maybe? No? This one? No? Only the malachite or what? Okay, let's go do some malachite. Yeah, off she goes. Okay, and in 21 minutes the other one will be ready. The retainer system is something I have discovered quite recently. It's actually, let me show you. It's a nice system. I like it. It's a little bit like what you have in Black Desert Online, where you can have some people do certain jobs for you. Oh no, crap. Okay, she's one of them, Werkmens, and you can set her up to do things. Like for example, she has an inventory. I can stir some items in there. It's like your bank. So she has an inventory. I can stir stuff in there. And then you can also make her sell stuff on the marketplace, on the auction house, let's say. So she will do the selling for you. You give her items and the money she gets from the sales will come into her pockets. The nice thing is, if I show you the other one, then I can show you what I mean. The nice thing is that you can actually see a history of whatever you sold and what the price is. So that's interesting. You can always try to figure out, like this one. For example, I sold this one rather quick. I put it up and 2 minutes later it was already sold. I think I set the price at 20k or 19k. So I thought, okay, why not sell one a little bit more expensive? So I set the next one at 25k. I still had 2 or 3 of them. It took a little longer to sell, but it still sold. And I set another one, I put another one up at 30k. That one is still for sale. It hasn't sold yet. But there was also a higher grade one. Like this one is a little bit better than the one I had. You see the little icon in here. This one was sold for the 23,000 as well, 25,000 as well. So I kind of like that system. You have a perfect idea what's sold and at how much. Something else you can do, you can send them on a venture, which is actually a task they have to go do. Like this one, can I show you? Yes. I am now trying to make this one a miner. So she's only level 17, which is low. It goes up to level 80. I am at level 50 because that's the level range for the default game. But you can send her off to mine stuff for you. She brings back a little bit of materials. You need some coin for her to do that and all that kind of stuff. It takes about an hour for her to go and do the job, and she brings back some materials for you. So it saves you a little bit of time. You don't have to go out crafting yourself, gathering yourself for those things. Of course, in the same amount of time, if you would dedicate yourself to it, you would get way more items, way more results. Like this one is now on the road. She will be done in 20 minutes. This one is on the road. He will be done in an hour. What's this? Change what? Oh, the order. And I still have 3 coins, so I can send one of them on 3 more ventures, small ventures. Depending on the type of venture, you pay more coins, and you can get the coins in game by doing some quests. So I kind of like that system. I'm trying to play around with it, see what I can do. Apparently I already made 400k, 400 guild, 400,000. I have in my pocket, I have 356, but I've spent like 200,000 on getting crafting materials. So that's why I'm trying to get the miner going. I'm hoping for her to be able to get some materials from me while I'm not here. So that's the gist of it. Anyway, it's time to continue with some Final Fantasy gameplay. I'm gonna be fooling around today. Might be doing some parts of the main story, might be doing some parts of the quest, might just be queuing for some dungeons, I don't know. I'm still not sure what this is. I need to bring him a... Crap, wrong thing. I need to bring him a... What does he want? A Materia Enhanced Champion's Lance. I can make the Materia Enhanced, that's no problem. I can melt the Materia into an item. But I don't think I can make the Champion's Lance already. It's like, very high level. It's probably around level 50. So I can't really do that. But there is something else I need to do here. Yeah, it's at the other side, of course. So yeah, I'm trying to learn the other mechanics of the game as well. Like, there are so many things in this game, it's incredible. So I need to go talk to this guy? Can't remember for what quest it is. Well, no, if it ain't my 5-year adventurer and my favorite Mitchell Eye reporter along with her. Oh yeah, that's the... that's the stupid... the silly detective quest. I like that one. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? Yeah, she's here already. I see. As much as I'd like to help with two lovely ladies, I'm afraid you've found old remote Atlas, who now has more than its fair share of treasure, hidden and otherwise. I reckon our phantom friend could be after just about any of them. I can tell you this much though, whatever the thief got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan's sworn in a right dither. Word has it they've formed a regiment of their best and brightest safeguards to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan's sworn aren't likely to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, Dust, I'd say it's time to pay a visit to the heart of the sworn. Oh, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourself involved with this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and at this time, the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put that pretty neck of yours at risk trying to play a hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I'm ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Dust. Time is of the essence. Where's the sense of tapestries then? Oh, the tapestries is the cloth shop then. Okay, where to now? The Scholar's Walk. Okay, the chamber thingy. I can continue that quest yesterday, Rito. It was pretty silly, as usual. How many do I have? 30. Ooh, can I get the belt? Okay, that's not better. It's the... what do I need? Earrings, maybe? Is it this one, the choker? No. This one? No, 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 no! It's the same one. Or is it a bracelet I need? Yeah, bracelet would be nice. Strength, determination and vitality, that's a nice one. And I can get it, so why not? There, raise my item level even a bit more. Then I can do even tougher dungeons. Ooh, 99. 99 Luftballons. So the scholar is at the... I just checked and I already forgot. Ethernet. think it's that one. Yeah. Yeah, this one. Wait, that's going down. It's here. It is here. I wonder what silly things Hildebrand would do this time. It got funny once you left Reto. I finished that one quest line I was working on. Oh man. Oh wait, there is one here. The Alchemist Guide. Crap. Let's talk to Humphrey. Ellie is here already, so... Halt! Only authorized personnel are allowed in. That bugger me with the broadsword is the Gentleman of Light's adventuring companion and that catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye. Well, well. If it isn't the self-styled warrior of light, tell me, what tales did you spin to the Sultans were recruited to land yourself in this position? Well, only that was honest truths, miss. Seeing that gentleman of light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me to the depths of me soul like. I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero master Hildebrand. The Sultans were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Wait, don't tell me... You've come to assist Master Hildebrand in his investigation, haven't you? Why didn't you say so sooner? Is the least I could do to help the two ladies who united me with my role model. You'll be wanting to speak to Felice. She is one of the Swan's best and something of a history herself, it seemed. When she heard the thief was targeting the fur relics of Belladia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it will be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, aye? A pleasure to meet you, Felice. My name is Ellie from the Mithril Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case and would appreciate any information that may shed light on the recent events. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one... Dust Kilo, yes? Yes, I'm Dust Kilo. You know, Dust. As any regular leader of the Mithril I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector too will also welcome a helping hand. Oh, there's the other one. Briardian, the Sultan's one, the elite of Ulda's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than the bungling merchants I've dealt with thus far. Soon Hildebrand will arrive. Inspector Briardian, always one step ahead of us. Miss Ellie, Dust, a moment if you would. Right there, very good. Now face me and don't move an elm. Why? Inspector? What is that in your... Demasking dust. A formula of my own devising that will allow us to see through the thief's disguise. Yeah, he's always masks. The thief is always masked and he can put up a mask to transform himself into someone else. Analyzing the mask left behind that Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counter agent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultan's realm at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target? A hidden treasure of Ul'dah, the last of the 4 relics of Belladia. I fear not. I've pored through the histories time and time again, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it a little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Belladia heroes, but makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only pay to the fiend's strength. All artifacts of Belladia's origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with the supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personage. The blackguard will be in chains before he can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasure within. You have my word, my lady. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan's Sworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vaults to make any meaningful progress. We would be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks, and a gentleman answers. There is Hildebrand. There he is. Ching. And now his fancy smile. Oh no smile today. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. Yeah, he's been getting punched in the face by the other guy. By the other detective. And this must be the demasking dust that is the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. A shame that. Yeah. Inspector Hildebrand. We were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far. The head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranked government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Oh, this will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel, gutted with a great sword, strangled with a subliger mayhap? I'm afraid that we've identified no pattern in any event. The murder plots, the deaths of 2 more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but we're not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction and more are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice. How will he mess up this time? Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildebrand. Friends, please take this demasking dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single sachet, but I trust you will put it to good use. Sachet or sachet or whatever. Okay, we need to talk to Hildebrand. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friends. I like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role is already filled most ably. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all his admirers. I shall henceforth name you Dust, my ever loyal associate. And now, my ever loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sasamo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues. Clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray allow me should you see anyone suspicious, my ever loyal associate. You must put Miss Felice demasking dust to good use. Okay, where is that? Oh, just outside. So that's West Ulda. Can't go there. Western Tanalan, yeah. Tanalan. And it's just out here, right? There is Hildebrand. What will happen this time? Flowers. Oh yeah, see. Flowers? Yes, it has all become clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist, who in his hurry to escape carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think you're doing, huh? Who's that? Haggard Hag. I'm the one that put those flowers there, huh? To honor the memory of me poor boy. You dare define his memory, huh? 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. As I was just saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean he got killed there. Leave this place, run away while you still can. Run far, run away. Run or he'll turn you into a zombie, just like my poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie? Nonsense! Not nonsense, my boy, history. Or have you not heard of the horrors of Sildee? Aye, Ulda's sibling nation against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, aye, but I speak of far greater horrors than death. An unholy draught brewed by the Sildee alchemists, one with the power to turn the living into the undead, that this nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers, the traitors Pern. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and rammed him through. But you won't hear that from the Sultan's sworn. Thou alone knows why, but they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay my last respects. The traitors Pern. I'd heard the stories, but I never thought them to be true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing, just who are we dealing with here? A Sildeen, I'm sure of it. Aye, only a Sildeen would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sildeen died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh yeah, they did. He calls himself like the Phantom Thief, he does. But did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God phantom? Huh? Heard the tales from my own great-grandma, I did, about the 4 relics of Belladia, and the powers they hold, the powers to exact justice. A spectre of Sildee has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe Woe unto us all. Have the fur warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if only you'd become a trader like your father. If only you'd kept your nose out of those history books and never so much breathed the accursed name of Sildee. But you did, and now you're doomed. Doomed! Doomed! He's doomed. So, what now? He's gonna think again, see? Think. That bleeding worsens here somewhere. I can feel it in me follicles? The most potent air tonic the realm has seen? Aye, that it was for all of a fortnight. Before my flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand just to twist the knife an extra ilm. Oh yeah, he got hair. Wait, how did he get the hair again? He got his hair back in a previous case. I can't remember how it was. Was it due to the dust or something? Or the sneezing? Or... Anyway, he got his hair back, but due to a magical thingy, he already lost it again. Mountebank, charlatan! I'll find that so-called inspector and his loyal band and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls. So what's next, Hildebrand? It's all become clear to me now. The dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I had suspected from the start. See, every 2 minutes he's changing his idea. Look, he's thinking again. Like a zombie picking away at its rotting flesh, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has peeled away the full slab of uncertainty to reveal the fruit within. Open your eyes and feast your minds on the fruits of my flawless deduction. A phantom thief is a phantom indeed. A wayward spirit caught between the realm of the living and the dead for nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must placate this distorted soul, that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is the true nature of the spectre's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage its ransom. Let us begin our search at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Doubtless the tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge on the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Sildee might serve as well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Briarian. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye. Okay, I need to go to the Thaumaturge's Guild. Luckily that's actually pretty much just inside, right? No, like where am I going? Yeah, that's the housing. I think it's just inside, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, I think it is. Well, I could have flown there. Shoop. So the Thaumaturge Guild is behind the corner, right? Yeah. I really wonder what will happen again now. And I wonder how long this quest line will keep going. I mean, I've been at it for hours, man. For hours. You're searching the ancient ford between the Ulda and the Sildee, aren't you? Most impressive. Young people these days show so little interest in learning from the past. Anyhow, I'm pleased to say that I have more than a passing familiarity with the ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still to the birth of their mother nation, Belladia. The 5th Astral Era was an age of untold wonders, when the arcane arts burgeoned and the great civilizations that commanded such powers flourished. This age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. It culminated in the war of the Magi, which brought the great floods of the sixth Umbral Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused this catastrophe, with many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Tanalan, where they would found the nation of Belladia some 8 centuries ago. Ah, imagine, a government of mages, by mages and for mages. What wonders might have been wrought had Belladian civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this was not to be. Oh, Erasmus. You don't say. It's not every day that someone occurs to our halls to research Sildee. As a fellow student of history, though, I more than welcome the conversation. Belladian civilization flourished in a relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming the twin nations of Ul'dah and Sildee. But not unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. Yayaroko. Greetings, traveler. Would you learn of the war between Ul'dah and the fallen Sultanate of Sildee? It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in an outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. In a desperate attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers, Sildee alchemists devised a most horrific stratagem. Employing a frightful formula known as a trader's burn, they brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. Sends shivers up the spine just thinking about it, no? It is truly a crowning glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. Okay, where's the last one? In the back. Kokobubi. Look at the names. Kokobani, Kokobigo, Kokobezi, Kokoboha, and Kokobuki. They are all brothers and sisters. And I think the mother had trouble with names, so she gave them all a name starting with Coco. That way, if she calls out Coco, she knew they would come. At least one of them would come. Go on, Kokobuki. What's that you say? You seek knowledge of the bad blood between Ul'dah and Sildee? I suppose I can spare a moment or two, but take good notes, I'm not fond of repeating myself. 2 scales, one of gold and one of silver. The gold of Ul'dah weighing prosperity and power, the silver of Sildee weighing knowledge and power. But the power sought by the two nations differed greatly. Yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Ul'dah prosperity was that of justice and good, while the power wrought by Sildee knowledge was a horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear. But really with this, my friend, who writes the histories, and what does they say of the words writ within? Yes, truth can be as elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that in the war against Sildee, Ul'dah and Amajan warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not, and neither did I, until I encountered a faded passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet, in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone, at some time, deemed this particular truth less than convenient? But I've said enough already. He has a point, though. History is written by the victorious, by the survivors, by those who won. It's like that a little bit of history. That one battle here in Belgium, we had a battle in 1302 where the Flemish peasants rose up against the French army, and near the location where I was born, Kortrijk, there was a big battle between the peasants, which were armed with nothing but forks and whatever, and those fought against the French army, which was an army of knights in shiny armor with golden spurs. They had golden spurs to entice their horses to run faster, and the gold was symbol of their power, of their wealth. And they fought the peasants here a little bit further up, Kortrijk. Well, it's 100 kilometers from here now, and the peasants won. They won. They beat the knights by employing a tactic where the knights had to cross a muddy, marshy area, I wouldn't say a river, but a little creek. It's not a creek, but a thing where water flows, you know, and the horses had to go through the mud, and they got stuck in the mud. The knights fell from their horses, and they were too heavy to walk in that, and so they got beat. So that's what the history tells us here. The history doesn't tell us that 3 years later the French came back and they annihilated almost the whole area. You don't learn about that in schools. Okay, Hildebrand. Oh, crap, forgot to read. Clicked away. Indeed, as it happens, I have learned much the same. Let us take a moment to review and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. A war of succession divides the great civilization of Beldia, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ul'dah and Sildee. The two nations coexist for some generations until ill blood boils over, culminating in an outright war. Daunted by Ul'dah's superior military might, Sildee employs their advanced alchemical power to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into fearsome undead legion. Is he going to repeat everything we have just heard? Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand have led me to one unassailable conclusion. Our phantom thief is a descendant of the doomed Sildee. He seeks vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slavering zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peaceful to the next world, there is but one course of action. We must find the Sildee statesman who conceived this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought. I wonder how long it will take before he changes his mind again. Oh. Brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd like to go find a shovel and dig this statesman out of his grave yourself? True. Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and spectres, it appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to the Sildee. His garnish scarp is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. The Sildean connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Beladian relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred an ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said that he had a most frightened air about him. Wait, yes, it's coming to me. Of course. My keen investigator's senses ring out with the voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. He's so stupid. You really should stop thinking so hard. You're likely to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is the man? And where might we find him? My sources identified the man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Aye, let's do this. Wait, I can go to Horizon like this, right? Off to Horizon. Oh, Magitech. Okay. Guguira. Spit it out. Yes, I've got business. Make it quick. My time is too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter of the Mithra Eye. Never blinking, all seeing. You know the rest. I was wondering if I could trouble you with just a few questions. Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Me? A thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got the time or the patience for this memory. Now if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits. I thought I recognized that voice. Lady Durilla? Well met indeed. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these environs this fair morning? Why, I live here, you harm-headed half-wit. Inspector Briardian? This is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here? Pray tell. Guguria, we can discuss business after. Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. Now they will start making trouble in order to know who is the handsome one. But Lady Durilla, what about... Ah, yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces from Eshtemis' last seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Ul'dah myself? Panic. I'll say just once more, Guguria. I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. She's the lady from the case in Costa del Sol, right? No. Man, my memory. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. But you didn't hear it from me. Got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thief got himself some of that zombie dust. The traitor spur, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me to thinking. Sildee, 5 victims. I, the arbiters of truth. The arbiters of truth? I'm not familiar with that name. Ah, a few would be. On account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the Ul'dah conflict from reaching the ears of the folk like you and me. False knowledge? Pray tell, what sort of knowledge might that be? False ball. What? False balls. Don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Very well. Just tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where can we find him? Hob. His name is Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set sail to Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship's docks. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. This man helped Buzz be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the arbiters are so secretive they don't even know each other's true identities. No, don't ask me how I know how that all works, but Hobbs got high-ranking friends. Hobbs got high-ranking friends at the Brass Blades. Once he heard victims had been all zombified, he panicked. Guess he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient Manderville art of parley has procured us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this half fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry. The man's life is in danger as we speak. It's actually up there, right? Dead already? We're too late? Master Hub? Is everything quite alright? No, stand back, Ellie. Hunger. I hunger for your brains. Damn, there's no saving the man, deuced. Do what you must. Combat time. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tell me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. It would seem we were a few moments late to the scene. A message, and then there was one. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Nashu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this feeling sense. A sense that someone, or something, is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return and report our findings to Miss Felice. Secret society or not, knowing the identities of its members may lead us to the final victim. Okay. I too had best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime. You will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector, I'll go with her. If you insist, Nashu, then I give my leave, but pray be wary. Not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know. Miss Ellie, there is something I must tell you when the case is over. Be safe and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life, at Costa del Sol. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is you would share with me. He's in love with her. It's obvious. It's been obvious since Costa del Sol. But I think she's into women. I think that's gonna be the story. A secret vow. Oh. Consider my interest piqued as well, good Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Felice awaits our report. Okay, and back to old die, I guess. Wait, how far is Ulda? Okay. This little bird is taking me everywhere. Chocobo, faithful as always. Ulda looks pretty though, from a distance. What was the peep I heard? Nothing? Nothing? Oh, oh. You cannot fly any higher, okay. Closest one is probably here. Confused. Yeah, this one. Yeah. I think I might queue for another dungeon too. All in Urits Mount. Let's check if I can actually. No. I can. Oh yeah, because I bought a new item and my item level is now above 95. Okay, let's do it. Let's queue for this one in the meantime. There. Means I can do one of the dungeons I need to do for another quest. Ah, Alchemist, of course. Something shifty looking. A fellow was eyeing the vaults before, but he took off faster than a fleeing cactuar as soon as my gaze met him. Aye, just like I covered many a galleon on the plains. Oh, it's you. Yeah. He's a liar. A fourth victim? Fall have mercy. Were you able to glean out of a connection to the other victims? The arbiters of truth? No, it cannot be. Somebody help! What? Ellie? Miss Ellie, the voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man. I only thought to ask him a few questions. Before I knew what was happening, he was upon me. I could only... bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead? Remind me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That's it. Is Nashu not with you? Yeah, where is she? She saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in pursuit before I could stop her. This man wears the armor of a salt-and-sworn squire, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something's amiss. Thief of many faces? To think we would find our man like this, it's not him. I am pretty sure it's not him. It's too easy. Or he wants to get captured so he gets closer to the thing he wants to steal. It's one of both. Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deduction and lady's pugilistic puissance, I declare this case closed. Don't, man. You're making a fool of yourself again. I return this secret to you, Miss Felice. Whilst the gesture was appreciated, in the end it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. I knew something bad was gonna happen. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy? Wait, that's the mushrooms, right? What is the meaning of this? Ingenious. A double disguise. Planted by the thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt. See, I knew it. This is good, you. One of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that the thief could so easily elude his grasp. Think. Do your thing again. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? Wait a minute. No, Miss Ellie is on the floor, isn't she? No, that's impossible. Ah. So he double disguised the guy on the floor, and he disguised himself as Ellie. That way, when they arrived, Ellie could run away. Ellie is just the thief. Wait, but didn't we see Ellie and the thief together at some point? I am a bit confused now. It could be. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. With the Phantom Thief to thank for her burgeoning readership and rise through the 8 ranks at the Mirthel Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to... So what's missing? My lady, the vault has been breached. The wise man whisper is gone. For the 4 crimes against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye the thief of many faces and enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced. It could be. It could be. It would explain why she is always there. But I started to think it was this guy here. Brain delay, whatever his complex name is. And now the game is truly afoot. Does this look like a female face? It does look like a female body, but the face... I don't know. I don't know, I'm confused now. There he is, Gilgamesh. Bah, what is the meaning of all this racket and nonce? And just as we were about to make a triumphant return... Oh, I have to join the duty. Yeah, let's do that later on. I will join the duty first. Maybe I won't have the opportunity to join it again in at least a couple of hours. Miss Ellie, that shadow you say, I think it was just a dormouse. Bam! In your face. Okay, it's dungeon time, guys. Dungeon time. Oh. I like his horse, and I like his outfit. Okay, let's do this. I need to focus. Expect a ton of AoE, so be ready to move. Okay. He'll do AoEs around him that deal heavy damage. You cannot take them. Okay. AoE, move out of the way. Okay. Okay. And his tank buster Sangertail has hits super hard. So if you can shield them, great. What, shield them? His tank buster Sangertail? Shield, is this? No? No? This? Kill the spares when they spawn, and when he's low health, go to the center and start casting Santa Sukan. If anyone knows Final Fantasy, you know what that means. Don't heal, don't rest, just kill him. Ready check. I have the impression that this person here, the paladin, knows what he's talking about. Now I'm a bit scared. It sounds complicated. Whoa. Get out, they said. Oh. Oh, get out. Whoa. I'm scared, man, I'm scared. That? It was too late, crap. Whoa. Whoa. What, this one is a... You don't get a minute of rest on this one. No? That was big damage. I'm doing it all I can. Oh man, I'm almost dead. Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? Man. How do you survive that? Spares. Is that what we need to kill? I'm doing my best. Drop that one there. I can't target him. Oh, there it is. We're getting him down though. He's going lower and lower in health, so that's good. This is a nice fight. I like this. High pace, high action. The first one I do like that. Everything before this seemed so easy. I cannot escape this, they said. Yeah. Spare. I'm working on the spare, but if nobody helps, I'm gonna be at it for a while. Yes, we got it. So now the rest of the time. No, no. No. Wait. What was this? Is a free spot. This is a free spot. No. Oh my. Oh, no, get out. Yes. We're bringing him down, bit by bit. It's a tough one. Getting his butt kicked. What was that? Oh, limit breaker. trying to do? This is a great door. That's a pity. That limit break thing, I don't really know when I should be using it. So maybe that's my mistake. Space. One heck of a fight this. Oh. If any of you knows when I should be using that limit breaker thingy, let me know. Because I have no clue. Got it. We did it! Nice. We didn't die. It did reset once, but we did not die. Nice. I have no idea what this means, but This was a quite intensive fight. Okay, recommendations. I think Penna did a great job at explaining everything. And this is loot. Is it worth it? I read it. Yeah, we did good. We finished it. It's another one done. Nice. So, Felice, first victim, we have seen that. We will go help the little one. We have seen that too. I'm afraid if I press escape that I will miss the whole scene. So I'm just gonna click through up until the point where we were earlier. Should be almost there, right? Yeah, this must be it, approximately. No. Gilgamesh still needs to appear. With his stupid chicken. Miss Ellie, that shadow you said you saw, I think it was just a Dermos. What, it's gonna be Miss Ellie? To think he'd literally stumble face first onto the second mask. His good fortune truly knows no end. But not to worry. Yes, I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Wait, we are not getting XP for those, but only coin? My ever-loyal associate. We must find Miss Ellie, and quickly. Surely if confronted by her constant companions, she can still be convinced to abandon this fool plan. Oh, Miss Felice. I thought you had already departed in the company of your men, but all for the better. Shall we conduct our search together? I fear that would only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than herself. Hildebrand me, mind you. It's not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day I received an anonymous letter stating that the position of in the committee had opened and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to enumerate my duties, to prevent the spread of historical lies that would surely sully the name of our illustrious nation. As high-ranking officer in the Sultan's Sworn, I was deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew that there were other members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities. To think that my unknown compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm, until such time as the killer is apprehended. Your concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Felice, but there is no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress, and as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates here also stand at your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant? Inspector, over here! Nashu. Is it the real Nashu though? It is not. Ah, there you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you. I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to take a look. No, there wasn't anything there but the dormouse. But it was a really cute dormouse, you see? It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just... She's a cat person and she was playing with a mouse. Okay, pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector sense speaks to me. Someone is watching us, Dust. Let us split up and canvass our surroundings. Off we go again. What's this? A water-stained letter. A water-stained letter lies conspicuous on the floor. Be wary and be warned. Okay. Next piece of evidence. Another water-stained letter. Trust no one, and your friends all the less. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. You obtain a sachet of demasking dust. In the next instant you feel an intimidating presence behind you. Oh, he has clothes on this time. Oh, if it isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Dust. I was in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it is the same for you? Oh, so your pursuit of the thief of many faces has taken quite the unexpected turn, and now you have come upon a series of anonymous letters? Mayhap a watcher in the shadows is a friend? Or is this but another trap led by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In either way, I dare say the circumstances call for utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone. Myself excluded, of course. No mere mask could replicate the physique of this Manderville man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be in a bit over his head this time. Allow me to assist you in this investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildebrand, his dear mother would... oh, not be pleased. I guess I have to go back. Godbert. If the sinner speaks true, the villain even now lurks within our midst. And yet, we have but a single sachet of Damascus dust at our disposal. You must identify the imposer beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I, Dust. What say you have a few words with each of them and see if aught seems amiss? Yeah. Miss Ellie is the Phantom Thief. It is the only logical conclusion, and yet I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. Felice. I am doomed to share the same fate as the others. I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Inspector Briarden told me all about it. Who'd have thought Miss Ellie was the Phantom Thief all this time? She sure fooled me. Now I have to decide who it is. Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say? It stands to reason. The Fiend would not take such risk if he were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse. Curses! This one's not half the fool his son is. I must elude him, and quickly. Time is of the essence. I questioned the Sultans were outside. To a man they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? Yes, finally the pieces are coming together. Now if you would kindly stand still and shut up, the Fiend already stands amongst us. Inspector Briarden? I should hope you are not doubting me. While I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy, the fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. An astute observation, my gangly friend. I'd say this occasion calls for a dose or two of the powdered dust here found earlier. There wouldn't happen to have been another sachet or two lying about, would there? What remains of our supply has already been distributed to the search party, but where not, they should be reporting back within a bell's time. Huh. The time might be against me, but just you watch. I'll wiggle my way out of this and turn you into a reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be. I fear that is more time than you can afford, Miss Felice. Fortunately, my powers of deduction will lay the Fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. As Miss Ellie has had only passing interactions with my dear father, we can safely eliminate him from consideration. That leaves myself, Nashu and Dust. Nashu and I, in particular, have had a close and extended relationship with our suspect. I shall begin by questioning my own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I. Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything. Of all the times for this overstuffed buffoon to start talking sense, if he asks me anything too obscure, my cover is good as blown. He won't. My relationship with Nashu is so close. I dare say at times it is as if we share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, she should have no trouble completing my thoughts. I'm Manderville. Man? Yeah. That wasn't too difficult. Doing what only a Manderville can. From the peaks of Kurtas to Tanalan, Manderville. Man, you're the best, Inspector. A perfect score. You may rest easy, dear friends. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, undubitably the true Nashu. Man, those words. I never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead, you. Nashu, is something the matter? Just because you've picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles, wrinkle? Look who's talking, you crusty, cretinous old... Busted. Busted. Genius Inspector? Busted. The charade is up, Miss Ellie. I don't think it is Miss Ellie. Oh, it is. Miss Ellie, you look somehow different. Yeah, she does. What's happening? You're a woman. Seven hells, done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley troop of members. Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consultant Inspector Briardian, once again, you failed to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood, my beloved sister, and my eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Seaside. Charmed, I'm sure. Ceci. Are you quite alright? Why, you look as if you've seen a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no spectres. What we are, mind you, are the lost living science of Sildine and aristocracy. Bemused are you, befuddled to find the two sisters behind the mask? Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you've encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. Yeah. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show, oh, and those precious relics, was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe a lot to you, truly. Why, without the tales of our helpless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to these heights of celebrity. Miss Ceci, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask you one thing and one thing only. What is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes? Justice. 400 years ago, Uldad dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait, the historians say that it was Sildine that turned their own men into zombies. See? History is written by the winners. The histories lie, and you work from the shadows, silencing those who speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. It was Ul'dah that ordered the creation of the Dreadful Powder, and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious Sultanate is built on a lie. What is this madness you speak of, Woon? Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Ul'dah army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotten head dropped from his shoulders. Okay? This is the truth that the histories don't tell. The truth that his doe-eyed Sultanswarden would kill to keep buried deep in the sands of Tanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yeah. Before long, you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horror my ancestors knew. And just what do you mean by that? Oh, how the idiots slap up the stories. A masked crusader for justice. A dashing rebel waging battle against power and authority. Oh, if only they knew. But they will see enough. But they will see soon enough when they are eating each other's brain out on the streets. And the last day before our proud nation was razed to the ground, a band of the final survivors stole a vast majority of powder from the Ul'dah vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened, by assembling 4 secret relics of Beladia. 4 relics once housed in the royal place of Sildi before Ul'dah dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak. Ellie makes for the vault. The 4 relics safely in hand. Just think. One day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when zombie powder rained down on Ul'dah. No, wait. You'll all be dead. Preposterous. Somehow I think this is not the full story. But first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your flesh rot like all of your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Sissy. Hildebrand? He has already been a zombie, or acted as one. You idiot! Just for once, could you not get in the way? Godbert Manderville, I can't even trust your sorry ass to look after him for a day. Oh, the mother. I knew it! That presence watching over us from the shadow, it was you, my dear wife. Yeah. He's gonna get smacked. Bye-bye! Am I to understand that you are Hildebrand's mother? She looks young. Gilgamesh, what will he do? Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourself, Dust. The time of our final confrontation is nigh. Okay, I'll have to fight this one. Oh no. The mother knocks him out. It's the second or the third time he gets his butt kicked. Do you have the popotos for brains? you overstuffed buffoon. My beloved's boy been turned into a stinking corpse and you hadn't bloody noticed. You, duster something. Hildy's told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet you. My dear boy has always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I can come to one bit too strong at times. I can come on a bit too strong at times. But can't you blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry ass husband here, and look what he's got me. You'll help me out, won't you? I guess I have to. The chicken. Okay, what's next? Julian. Julian. Ah, Julian. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages, and just look at him, he's green. Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy, a vial of holy water. The ingredients are simple, a tatter of oversaw rags and a vial of twice distilled water. Syncold at the market stocks the former, and the latter you can procure from a trader by the name of Chest. Now hurry, once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch, that's much. You grant, Hildy, you're looking none too hardy yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now are you going to accompany Dust here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? But of course, milady, Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Syncold's sundries, was it? Come now, Dust, there is work to be done. Off to Gilgamesh. The strip. Yeah, I can actually go this way. I can't jump down, I think. It's too high. Oh man, it is. Should have teleported because it's. Yeah, it won't even matter anymore. The Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Da, 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 da. You know why I'm here? Harvest those myself, so I can't do that. Well, malachite it is. Oversaw rags, you say? I fear that I have only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly mine own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathize with your plight, friends, but a man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags, unless you can offer me the same deal. Gah, and you expect us to be able to summon such rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice? Well, look what we have here. If it isn't the Warrior of Light from the Colosseum. Funny who you meet in the markets. Who is that? Oh, with her sister. Avila. As it happened, I just returned from my training and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. If it's chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to share. To a share. My lady, you're far too kind. Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for Inspector Hildebrand and Dust here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And I'm a woman who pays her debts. Her debts. A salute. Well, thank me if it wasn't Avila Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Why, I've half a mind to give you the ranks you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. So now I have both. A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Dust? And with this, our task here is done. Now let us find the trader named Jest. Okay, up the stairs. Wait, oh. Up the stairs, which is actually the stairs here, I think. Yep, Gilgamesh is already there. The blundering Mandeville boy is on his last legs and you need something of mine to save him, you say? Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandevilles are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to haggle me down to the last guil for every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be happier and a wealthy man. And now I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Have you not a shred of honor or compassion in that spindly body? Business rival or no, the man's on a death's doorstep. He doesn't care. After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget, but it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as the 7 seas. I beg of you, my lady, may I have this dance? Hey! Just what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? Heavens, the poor inspector! Well, if it isn't the Lapis Maiden in the flesh, what say you bid farewell to preening fops and scruffy adventures and share a dance with a cultured gentleman befitting your red beauty? Why, it would be my pleasure and honor both, my lord. Provided you first provide my good friend Dust with a bottle of dry as distilled water that she seeks. You know this woman? Bah, if that is the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gil anyway. Now shall we, Miss Arabella? I knew Hildy to be a worthy rival, but to think he was this beloved by so many? Clearly this realm would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Dust. Let us deliver these goods while there is still time to save him. Where is he? Get down there. Julian, I trust the two of you wouldn't dare to come back empty-handed. Nope. We have the things. Bloody brilliant. Aye, I'd take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. Now stand back and let me show you some real Manderville home cooking. Val, you bloody bugger, guide my skillet. Ah, that should stop its spread. Now it's up to Hildy to flush what's left out of his system. Don't worry, he's my son after all. I reckon he's still got some fight left in him. Look who I found. She was slumbering obviously in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, did that not feel good. She's always tired. Yes, I'm sure it did. Dust. Word has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Sildir ruins. We must go there in all haste, with all haste. You've done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the seven hells are you standing around for? The future of Ul'dah is at stake. Dust, my strength is here as well. For Ul'dah and for our friend Hildy. You remind me of my husband. What way do you have more muscles than sense? If you're so keen on making yourself useful, why don't you run to the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my dear boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. Let's see, I believe 20 crates or so would suffice. I am a warrior, not yes, milady. I say, Enkidu, the burden we must bear simply to secure a long-awaited final confrontation with Dust. That said, the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Dust and Hildy both are to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends, tried and true. But alas, no, only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels, but you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me, even Dust could not stand against our combined might. Oh, Enkidu, wherever you may wander, hear my words and return to my side. Enkidu, do you hear me? Enkidu! You gods, what was that flash from the heavens? It nearly blinded me. And what? The crystals? Where have they gone? Fancy meeting you there. You here, old friend? That voice. Could it be? My faithful companion. Why must you always make me wait so? Do not ask me what happened there. Julian, What are you doing still diddly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moonsick maid digging around and at the Sildir excavation site with her mindset on turning Ulda into the land of the walking dead. Your concern for Hildy is most touching, but don't you worry. Mommy's dearest isn't going to let her beloved son kick the butt so easily. Okay, where is that excavation site? Blackbrush Station. Where is that closer? Okay, let's go. Let's go! I think I'm gonna try to finish this part of that quest line until I see the credits again, and then I'm gonna be heading out. Wait. That's just outside the walls. Next time I should look better. Here they are. Oh yeah, that's the ruins here. I remember I've been here way back when I was level 10-ish. Felice, we've managed to track down Miss Ellie just up ahead, where your friends watch over her as we speak. Okay. Yet no matter how many times we try to reach out to her, she refuses to so much as an answer. Needless to say, we considered physically capacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with the trader's sperm. One misstep and the consequences could be dire indeed. You are our only hope, Dust. Even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spend together must still count for something. You need not put yourself in undue danger. I only ask that you step forward to where your voice may be heard and call out your friend's name. I beg of you, Dust. Surely if anyone can convince the woman to abandon her madness, it's you. With the chat mode in say, use your keyboard or software keyboard to call out Ellie and convince you. Need to go there. Which, yeah, no, Ellie. Dust, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you so much as think of interfering, I'll not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. So it was you after all. Consider me disappointed. Yeah, he was starting to fall in love with her. Will he still tell her? Maybe that will save the day. Your sister Cece and I is already in custody. Surrender now, and I will see that no harm befalls her. She will kiss him. Oh no. How little you understand this, Inspector. Then again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Cece and I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. Two sisters against the world, with only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago we made a vow. Should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. Do you see now? Anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down or suffer the same fate as the Ulda dogs you would defend. Ellie, stop. This is madness. I'm sorry, Inspector. There's too many of them. Only I was unable to read that. Oh yeah, wait. Good problem check. The Walking Dead. Gilgamesh. You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only with Inspector Hildebrand's ridiculously good fortune that you have made it this far. And he's as good as 6 flums under. He will show up, I bet you. Be forewarned, girl. Know that I speak from experience when I say underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril. I'm afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can stave off the effects of the traitor's burn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out. False balls. Is there no end to them? I'm not liking our chances. Greg, was it? It's a shame to lose you, Dust. Warrior of light that you are, you might yet have served one last purpose for us. Go forth, my zombie minions. Where's the bag of powder? Oh yeah, true. True, they remember Hildebrand. He was their leader for a time. He started like that, true. That's how we met him. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. Bucket me with a broadsword. Are my eyes to be believed? That pose. No, these are not 4 warriors of light that I see. They are the 4 gentlemen of light. So Hildebrand? Just so my good man Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? Ah, we meet again, girl. Tell me you've got my snubby tonic or I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks after I've ripped them clean from your bloody head. Oh, hello there, Mr. Eleazar Kerr. You're looking absolutely resplendent today. Impossible. The holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Zombie Brand was at risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action. An immunity to... I'm just going to pretend that makes any kind of sense. The game is up, Miss Ellie. Pray abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself. Will he now tell her he loves her? It's over. It's all over. It's all over, Inspector Buridian. You said there was something you would tell me when it was all through. I imagine you have no words for me now. But just tell her, man, you love her. Ellie, your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose. You had to lose, did you not? As for me, I have found something, someone with whom I intend never to part. I care not if it takes years, even decades. When you emerge from your gaol, sell a free woman, I will be there. What say you, man? I read this completely wrong. Could get me all emotional. Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspersions cast upon your ancestors. You said that the nation of Ulda was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history, but know this. I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. We're just standing there, or what? Even he's having a smile on his face. Are we not forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me. If you're quite done playing cloak and dagger, I require this presence for a matter of great importance. Aye, the time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. But I already fought you, man. Right along fast, friends. But mayhap this will have you singing a happier tune. Could it be the treaty blade and the true one at that? None other, and I have not the slightest intention of parting with it. Save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. But I must speak, it will not be single combat this time. Is that my old friend? Wait, that's Enkidu? Fall be merciful. What is that abomination? Some new breed of void scent? Abomination? I thank you to address my companion with courtesy, girl. But it was the most curious thing. There I was, holding a crate full of crystals for Hildy's mother and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. Then came a flash from the heavens, and the next thing I knew, there she was. By the gods, it makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's. Vertaal me wat er hierop staat.
Is een zaalmissie misschien?
Ja. Was the missus. She's off to bed. Heard expected for please summoning forth his friend. Nay, no my friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. It's a primal? And the world has anew completely, utterly ceased to bound by the laws of logic. Just, you may have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together will not prove so easy a task. And yet, I trust you will not shirk from the challenge. I, Enkidu and I shall await you at Andapper Keep. Yeah, he can fly away with that one though. It was ways from here, but what better venue for a climatic confrontation? If you would claim the treaty blade, then claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu, to the skies! Strange ending. 2 against 1. That's not very gentlemanly of you. Greg, come, Dust, to Amdapur. This is a great development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal of his own, I must send word to the science at once. I am one of the science, you fool. Oh, but of course, here I had near forgotten we had a warrior of light in our very midst. Please, Dust, you are our only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade. I did the Ellie. Speak with Hildy. I have to go to the keep now. That's strange. Okay, let's go there. I thought this part of the story would wrap up here, but no. He's stuck with his head in the ground again. Is that you, Dust? Pray forgive me. I was right on Greg's tail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. I will be concluding my investigation forthwith, but in the meantime, might I trouble you to entertain Greg and his primal friend in my stead? Together we will reclaim the treaty blade from that knave, Dust. Ah, yes. Just go on ahead. I'll be along directly. Duty finder has been updated with the regular duty. The big keep battle. I don't know if I can enter it. But is it this one? I think it must be, right? What is that? This duty is item level synced. All items will be adjusted to the level indicated. Okay. Must be that one because I can't do anything else. Okay, let's queue for it. And what do I fear? Odin in the shroud. Urts found. Oh yeah, that's behind me. I can go finish that one if need be. they finish that one. I'm gonna be off to bed pretty soon too. Your bravery before the Dark Divinity was commendable, adventurer. I am relieved you escaped the battle with your life. And it was not for nothing, I might add. Brother Isumiyan and I have observed something remarkable, though I should like to discuss it with him present. And see how he comes. That was a splendid show of force, Dust. Truly, people are right to call you a warrior of light. But no doubt you are keen to learn more of the Dark Divinity? Very well, I shall share with you what I have cleared in observing your battle. To begin, felling a primal allows the eater of their physical manifestation to return to the land. This much you know, yes? Odin seems to be subject to the selfsame laws, yet his sword, the Zantesuken, remains even after his body vanishes. Thus we thought to examine the blade, and in doing so found that its etheric density is unimaginably high. No, we had always assumed that the being who brandished the weapon was Odin. But what if we erred? What if the sword Zantesuken is, in and on itself, the Dark Divinity? An unforeseen conclusion, yes, but one that clarifies much of the primal. Indeed, that would explain why Odin has never fully fallen. No one has thought to destroy the blade, and if the Zantesuken is the primal, could it not conjure itself a new wielder? Yet, just as Ifrit's tempered or Leviathan's drowned, Odin must needs have his sundered to offer crystal in his name, unless he drinks of the shroud's ether. Such a weak source of power could be why it takes time for the Dark Divinity to manifest again. You see, adventurer, our theory accounts quite nicely for two of the mysteries that for so long surrounded the primal. And yet, as Oa Pepsi hints, a third mystery remains. If there are no sundered, how does Odin sustain himself? I cannot imagine the wishes of these who first summoned him were so strong to echo throughout the centuries. Brother, I did not think our theory is flawed. No, this discovery makes clear the holes in what we had for so long believed of the primals. We must revisit the beings with a keener eye. I will have to go fight it again. I will inform Master Uranger of what we have gleaned here. But today is victory, all the same. We have the Zantesuken and the mysteries that remain pale in import to the act of Flopney Primal Whale. With any luck we can seal the sword and end the Dark Divinity's ride. Aye. Bruce, something terrible happened. What now? The Zantesuken is gone. One of my own men has stolen away with the blade and left nary a trace to track his flight. I never dreamt he would do such a thing, and I stayed my hand too long to stop him. What? Are your men so disloyal as to rob? Tell me, Lewin, why would someone do such a thing? Forgive me, brother, but I cannot say. I am as astonished as you. The thief was a sworn man of God's quiver, true as any Gredanian arrow. Moreover, what could he stand to gain by stealing so foul a blade? Mayhap the soul of the thief was stolen along with the blade. It is within the power of all primals to bend mortals to their wills. If the Zantesuken and Odin are one and the same, then the sword may control the non-sundered man. Is that not right, brother? That is indeed possible. God, could I have been so blind as to that? Bowlord Lewin. It is I who needs to apologize. Had I been more wary, I would have foreseen this. Instead, I have cost us dearly and placed you and your men in great danger. Let us not cry of lost swords. Bowman Lewin sent forth the god's quiver and wood warriors to score the shroud. Brother Oa Pepsi and I will devote ourselves to devising a way to fill Odin after the Zantesuken is ours again. Yes, brother, indeed. It would be a poor thing to have the blade in our grasp and no way to destroy it or dull its bite. Adventurer, I will call upon you again when you have something to show for our efforts. Until then, go in peace. Okay, that's another one done. I think that's the one for the main story quest. Yeah, moving on is the main story quest. This one, I'm on it. Speak with Humpelmaster at Adler's Nest. That's Gridania. So I can go back to Gridania. It's ready. So there's two of them now. It gets tougher and tougher. At long last we meet again on the battlefield. I dare say Ikiru shall come to enjoy our restless whatever. You, however, might not find this one so enjoyable, unless you enjoy getting pawned and sensors. Another echo? Apparently there is nothing I should know. The impression that I've been slowed down. One down. Music. He ran away, huh? I was both seeking out for a more suitable spot to celebrate whatever. This should be a... What? The mightiest were ever to replace Eurasia before you, which I mean, I, Gilgamesh, prepare yourself. Oh, cool. Wait, what did you say? Views would get changed. No, I need to see this. What did you say before that? What's this? Oh, cool! That we have to kill that. Walls, yes, I think we do. Do we? No, nobody's hitting that. Are they? Yeah, they are. Nice ones. Oh crap. Yeah. Nope. Oh crap. I have to kill the balls. They knew it already. Some of these people already know the tactics. Which is good. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's the first time I do this, so... not even doing a lot of damage on these things. Did we get him? Just as soon as I remember where I hit it. Anyway, I yield to your unparalleled puissance and spare my significant life. That wasn't even all that hard. Play accommodations. Poo-poo. Ah. 90. And I got 37. Great. Great. The chicken is still her friend. Not, I lied again. I like the rug. You can take the festival blade for all I care. I dress for true power and not save the strongest. Yeah, I cannot read that fast. This must be voice. For sure, as they first night, the house come in and they will meet again. What now? What? Oh, Dust, have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once and we shall deliver the coup de grace. Yeah, coup de grace has already been delivered, you fool. The battle has already been won. That is triumphant news indeed. Clearly the lesson you have learned from me have not been for naught. And what's this you say? The treaty blade lies hidden somewhere in a nearby wood? Were you not my ever-loyal associate? For no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the first again? The whole team is here, yeah. Just what news of the primal and the treaty blade? Remarkable. I knew the Wearer of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that the Inspector Hildebrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. I seriously doubt that. Wait, she's still there? Such design, such craftsmanship. At once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believed I found my inspiration for my next masterpiece. Of course they are beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of lost Sildee. To think that they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. I thought you would be in prison by now, both of them. And just how did you come to know of those long-lost relics? There was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the fair warriors of light, their fair relics, and an incantation of untold power. If he could have wielded this magic of legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the powers, or so the legend goes. Ah, what I wouldn't have given to see it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. And just what sort of incantation is this? Drink casts open the doors of justice. The wise men whisper a verdict true. Azema's virtue shines down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the warrior of light would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, "Blade in hand, I swear unto you." The legends differ as to what happens next, but all speak of great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over here, friends. Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Oryx Dragoneer, returns with tidings most triumphant. Oh, he has the blade. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade. And the real one this time, I swear unto you. Yes, yes, just like that, I swear unto you again. My lord, whatever is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildebrand isn't a warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No, the light. Someone stop it. I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. There he goes again. Skyward home. Well, I dare say that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone on the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been much use to us after all. Inspector! Oh, Inspector! Wait for me! Toss balls, Hildy. First you almost die and your poor mother's fears, and now you fly off to God's know where without even giving her a kiss goodbye, a goodbye kiss. Ho ho ho. It appears that the case of Wanderlust has once again struck Hildebrand, as it has many a Mandeville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes that you're tired of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. So in the end, the Sildine incantation of legend was wielded by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light? Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. Nice one. The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Belladia, it was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes, it's nothing short of a dream come true. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the end, the bloody bastard. This is going to be the end of the case, right? What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye? A curious scent wafting in on the winds from a far-flung land? Do I smell a case? Wait not from your friends, for wherever the wronged one for succor, I Hildebrand shall be, yeah. To be continued? Or not? A wind-up gentleman. A Mandeville coatie, Mandeville bottoms, and mostly gentlemanly. There they are. Hildebrand will return. This time they didn't say if he is going to return, so who knows? Wait. I'll be there for you. Okay. Perfect. I think we finished the quest line for now. So what I'm gonna do is wrap up the stream for today. It's getting closer to midnight for me. So it's time to head out. Let me check if there is anyone streaming that I know of. Probably not, but okay. No. Well, then I'm simply gonna thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed it at least a little bit. And if you did, let me know in the comments. Give me a little thumbs up, follow, subscribe, do whatever you want. But yeah, help me a little bit in getting some more motivation to make more content for you guys. And with that being said, I'm gonna be leaving you. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you the next time. And until then, have fun and stay safe. Good night, everyone.